Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some lighting options. We all know when you're tattooing, there's always a shadow. As of lately, I went back to using a headlamp. But aside from the headlamp, I want to find new options. So today, we're going to be checking out the LUME CUBE Flex Light Pro. Pretty interesting concept here. You got the double lights, there's a bunch of other stuff in here, so we're gonna be checking that out. And the Ring Light Pro. This is pretty sweet operation here, guys. It's wireless, so you can charge it. You can also charge your phone, yada yada. So anyhow, I'm pretty excited about opening these, and I've been sitting on them for a couple days just so I can make this video. To be quite honest with you guys, I was tempted to break into this box to get some of the stuff here because, you know, I'm in a different place trying to record different stuff. So my setup is pretty rigged. Nonetheless, let's dive in and take a look. You got a nice little carrying bag here. All right, sweet, sweet. Got LUME CUBE on the front. Big thanks to LUME CUBE for sending this stuff out so I could check it out because I'm telling you what, I need some new lighting setups. Nothing wrong with a headlamp, I promise you. But, okay, so this is the mount for your phone, so you can mount it to it. What else we got in here? A remote control, came with batteries. On the bottom down here, hopefully I'm not doing this wrong. Okay, we have our outlet, our power thingy bopper. Okay, we got a little strap right here inside. And we can pull this sucker out. Whoa. Holy cow. Look how thin that is.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yo, it's super thin.
Definitely wasn't expecting that.
No, me neither. All right, let's open this bad Larry up. Holy cow, is that thin. That is cool. This looks, as of right now, like it's gonna be extremely bright. On the back here, we have USB ports. We can plug our phone in. We have what appears to be where you plug the actual, light in. Adjusters back here for your temperature control, as far as the lighting. Got a readout screen on the back to tell you what everything's at. We're gonna put this stuff together and check it out. What else we got? Bam, okay. All right, and the stand feels, pretty standard, pretty good. A little bit better than I'm used to, but nice. So I'm gonna open up the next lighting option, and once they're both opened up, we check a look at them. We're gonna set them up and see how they work, and then we're gonna take them to work and see, how we like them, how they function, what it's like to use these day to day. But let's check out the next setup. The next box we're gonna be opening up is the Flex Light Pro. Now the idea behind this particular one is you have the two lights, boom. So hopefully if you set that up correctly, you're not gonna have the shadow of the light coming in from one side, casting a shadow on the other side. Ooh, dang, all right. Okay, ooh, that is so buttery smooth. Get out of here. Again, same lighting, like same thinness as far as the lights are concerned. The flex on that is really cool. Like you move it, it flawlessly moves and it doesn't really wiggle around. Dope. All right, so we'll set that off to the side over here. Also, we have a phone mount, and it also has this swiveling, what would that be? Flex, just like here. So you can get your camera in a good spot for recording. So also we got a plug in, and it appears to be, we'll find out later to be sure, but it appears this is going to be the same stand. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same, but this box is sick. I love that it's all laid out. It's not like styrofoam or whatever where you got to throw it away or it's junk. This is solid. So when you're ready to travel, you can absolutely fold these lights up, put them back in here real nicely, seal it up, and know that it's gonna be good to go. Actually didn't expect to like that so much, but all right guys, it's time to put these lights together and see how they perform, so let's get to that. We're gonna start with the Ring Light Pro. So, the next piece, and pretty much the final piece to set this whole thing up, is our cable. And when I was taking this out, I noticed a big difference between this cable and many of the other cables I've used in ring lights. it's a lot thicker. It's a lot thicker, which is pretty nice. And it also only has the plug on one end. Like the one I'm using over here for a little bit of lighting, it has like the battery box, whatever you want to call it, somewhere in the middle of the cable, whatever, which gets in the way all the time. So I do appreciate the simplicity here. Put it on the end where it's already in the wall. So I'm gonna go plug this in. Okay, it's plugged in, and the final piece here is the camera mount, which is also really cool too. So if you want to do videos like we're doing right now, and you want good lighting, and you want to record yourself, you have that option. And with that in place, we can just attach our phone right here. Now you're gonna get this operation because you have to take the provided Allen tool and get it where you want it, and then snug it up a little bit. And you still have a little bit of flex even with it tightened, as long as you don't get too crazy with it. But it's pretty nice. So our range of motion here is all the way down here, up here, pivoting this way. I mean, it's not bad. You get quite a bit of movement. Also, if you pivot it this way and you bring this out, now you can come straight down. You have a bit more movement. So when it comes to a camera holding little operation, it's probably one of the better and more versatile setups when it comes to that. Also, on both the top and the bottom, they have what I believe is called a cold shoe. It's also on my camera, so if I want to mount like a microphone up here, it has that standard mic mount. Also down here, for whatever kind of accessories you want to add to it, which is pretty cool and thoughtful. Just gonna turn this bad Larry on and see what happens. Okay, I'm assuming we are at the lightest tone, and we're also on like the more, I don't know, warmer temperature setting. We can adjust how warm or cool we want it. And as we're coming up, we are cooling it off. So now we're at the coolest, and then we can start raising the power. That's pretty bright. It's clean looking light too though. It's not diffused all over the place. It feels like it is directional, if that makes any sense at all. Great. If not, don't worry about it. Nonetheless, now, this is the part I'm a little worried about. It does say the battery is charging. It shows back here that it is charging. I don't know what percentage we're at. It's just fresh out of the box. So we're gonna unplug it and see the part that I am very happy for. Bang, okay, cool. Wireless, I like it. So the beauty here is, let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, so I've turned it way down. But anyhow, the beauty of this is no wires. That's the probably my favorite part about this, and that is what drew me to this light the most, is that it is wireless. So if I'm in the shop and I want to move it here, and I want to move it here, and I want to do whatever I want with it, and I want to pivot it, I want to do whatever I want, I don't have to worry about it because it is wireless. I'm also going to experiment with putting this on the boom arm that attaches to like the wall and comes out. But again, we're going to check that out when we get to the shop. Right now we're just getting first impressions on it, and I really do like the setup. I love how thin and smooth this is. The lighting feels nice. Remote control it comes with. On. Let me turn it up a little bit. Okay, actually let's use the buttons here. Okay. All right. Now it has presets down here like 32K, 56K, 50%, 25%, 100%. All right, sweet. So it works just as you would expect a remote to work. Okay, a couple other things I know I talked about before, but I really like is that you have two USB charger ports here. So you can have your phone on here and plugged into a charge, so you don't have to worry about your phone dying. Now again, when I would record stuff, that was an issue. You didn't know, is your phone gonna die? You have to have an extension cord coming over here. So I really appreciate that. You can also plug in something else as well. Nonetheless, very happy with this. We're gonna check it out later. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is the Flex Lite Pro. Then lastly, we have our phone holder here. Similar setup. Put the phone in there. Nice, it's well secured. Also, here on the back, we have a ball and socket setup, so you can pivot this sideways if you want to do landscape, if you want to do up and down for Instagram or anything like that. I do like that this particular setup gives you the ability to flex it left, right, up, and down. So aside from that, we'll move that up out of the way. Now this one is not wireless. This one actually has to stay plugged in. Not the end of the world, because what you're getting here is the double lighting on both sides. Also, same thing as before, guys. We have a USB charger here. Also, we have a USB-C plug-in as well, which is kind of cool if you want to plug your phone directly in here, USB-C to maybe, USB-C. We have our plug-in here, our on and off switch. Flipping over to this side, we have our temperature control and our, brightness control there as well. And a little readout screen here on the front. So let's get this plugged in. We'll get a feel of it. Now, I thought this lighting on the ring light felt really different. Like it felt soft and smooth, but bright. And LUME CUBE obviously is aware of this, and they call this edge lit technology. Edge lit technology allows for the sleek design and provides a soft, easy on the eyes lighting, which, yeah, I read the box afterwards. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm not crazy. It wasn't just something weird. It did feel different. The lighting did look better. Last up, we're gonna plug this thing in and see how it goes. Camera and turn it on. Bam. Okay, we got a little light up here. I don't know if you guys can see this. So it shows you here on the readout, over here on this knob, how bright it is. And on this particular one, what your temperature is. I really like just how flexible these are. I mean, you move them very fluidly, and they stay there. They don't flop around, which is nice. Also, the other cool thing is they pivot as well. So you can literally just turn them. And I'm not turning the this portion, it's turning here. Left, right. That is cool. Skins really down, nice and soft, and obviously super bright. And if you want more of that color, boom. So I'm excited for this one because of the very reason you would buy this one. Because it's gonna help eliminate the shadowing if you get this in the right area. My current ring light in the shop has a wire on it, but it does not have dual lighting. I cannot eliminate the shadow, which is why I end up wearing freaking headlamp. So guys, this is the Flex Light Pro, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, let me get a little lighting on me. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna take both the Flex Light Pro and the Ring Light Pro to the shop, mess around with them, start using them, get a little footage of that so you can see what they're like in the real world, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on these. So it's been fully charged, and today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boom it out just for the sake of it, right? Put it over somewhere around over here. And I'm gonna leave it running, and I'm gonna kind of time how long it takes. All right, guys, so it has died, and I'm kind of saddened by it. It took about an hour and a half for it to die. Somewhere in that ballpark, I walked back in here, and it was dead, and I checked it a few minutes prior. So somewhere around an hour and a half is how long it's going to go wireless with a full charge. So now I'm probably gonna start running this with the cord over to here, and then an extension cord down to the plug. And that way, if I want to record, I can have my camera mounted here, my phone mounted. You can mount the camera as well, but and then I'll just have it plugged in, so I don't have to worry about it dying or anything like that. I will say again, the light from it is fantastic, but the wireless capability of it is limited if you're running it on full throttle. Over here with this bad Larry, this has been running pretty nicely. I had no problems when that one died. I ran this one and no shadows, really nice. Was able to move this all around wherever I wanted it. Again, super nice. I might even try doing some recording with this one in the future, so we'll see. So guys, after a couple weeks of using these lights in various situations, I have some final thoughts and some opinions that I want to share with you guys. So the first light we're going to be talking about is the Ring Light Pro. And what I really like about it and the way they do the lighting on both these pieces is just how bright it is without being like a busy light. It's not everywhere. It feels directional. It's going right where you want it to go. And if you don't have it on a boom arm, that's fine too. Stand works great. Now, the downside to it is the hour and a half wireless, battery operation. It's about an hour and a half you're running it on full throttle. So what's great for that? It would be stuff like this, what I'm doing right now, a quick video, another scene. Let's say you wanna just take this outside real quick, you wanna go somewhere, you wanna just disconnect it, do some whatever, short form content, whatever. it's really, really good for that, and I've used it for that since having it. But as far as for tattooing and thinking it's gonna be wireless for hours, that's not the case. You are gonna have to keep it wired. But the cool thing about that is if you're recording, it has 2 USB plugs on it as well. So instead of having your phone here with its connection wired and then maybe something else on top of that wired, so instead of having 3 wires, you have 1 wire powering the light and you can plug your stuff right into it. And also the other thing I didn't realize before is this swivels in both directions. So it's not just landscape, you can do up and down too with this phone mount. So for that, it's really good. And I love having this mounted to the ceiling or mounted to the wall. I boom it right over top of my work and it's great. I love it. The light's sufficient. I don't need a headlamp at all. It works good. Again, boom to the wall. It seems to be the best in that way. So again, great option. Just keep in mind that battery life, that wireless capability is limited to 1.5 hours on full throttle. And the second one we were taking a look at is the Flex Lite Pro. Again, not wireless, but I don't necessarily think that's a con. I guess you could say it's a con. The con here compared to the Ring Light Pro is that this one's not wireless. But again, in tattooing, as you can tell, 1.5 hours is really not long enough to say I'm using it wireless all the time, okay? So I don't really mind that it's wired because the other one is wired too when tattooing, and I think for this video, we're mainly discussing tattooing because that's kind of what we do in our business. But nonetheless, guys, what's also great about this one as well is it, again, has the USB and USB-C, so if you want to record as well, you have that option. Now, in my opinion, if I had to pick one, I would probably pick this one. Because even if you're trying to light a scene, well, it's great because you need one light, you push each one out to the sides, angle where you want it, now you have light coming from each side. So if you are making content, it's great for that. Talking to a camera, you got lighting hitting you from both directions, it's great, you can move this wherever you want it. Same when I was tattooing as well. It was just nice to be able to set it over there, rise it up, have the light come around, and it just helped eliminate shadowing. So really great for that. And again, like I said, it's wired in. You also have that capability to move your little camera mount here and get it in just the right spot. And honestly, you have the same option here if you wanted to mount this to a boom as well, which would be pretty cool. If you wanted to boom this, and then you have the ability to move both of these around wherever you wanted it as well. So look, if you're specifically a tattoo artist and you're not sure which light to go with, in my personal opinion would be the Flex Lite Pro. I think it's just gonna work for what we do a little bit better. It's got a little bit more versatility. You still have a place to plug something in if you want to run your phone or whatnot. I do apologize, my microphone was way the heck over there, so gosh, I hope that audio comes out halfway decent. But anyhow, this would be my choice for tattooers out there looking for a good light source. It has been banging for me. To be honest, I run both of them because, well, I have both of them. But if I can only choose one, it would be the Flex Lite Pro for tattooing. Again, if you're in a different industry, that's gonna be up to you. If you want that wireless capability up to 1.5 hours, then the Ring Light Pro is gonna be for you, obviously. And I think that fits a lot of categories, a lot of people out there who want that ability to just be wireless for a little while, record a quick scene, do whatever they gotta do, and be done with it. But guys, I'll have links to both of these in the description if you want to check them out, if you think they're for you. I'm just going to put it down there so you can check them out. You can decide if you would like either one of them or none, guys. But I appreciate you watching this video. I hope it helped you make a decision. Until next time, guys, peace.